Radda is the Director General, Chief Executive Officer of Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDAN. Dr. Radda, an astute politician, entrepreneur, teacher, and banker, has wide administrative experience. He started his early school at Radda Primary School from 1974 to 1980. He joined the College of Education, Kafachan, in 1986 to 1990, obtaining NCE certificate. He enrolled into Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi, in 1992 to 1996, graduated with BTech Agric Economic and Extension Honors, then gained postgraduate admission into Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, in 1998 to 2004, obtaining MSc Agric Extension and Rural Sociology 2004. In his quest for higher education, he later enrolled again at the ABU Zaria in 2005 for a Master's in International Affairs and Diplomacy, and later capped it with a PhD in Agricultural Extension and Rural Sociology from same prestigious Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, in 2015. He holds the traditional title of Gwagware Katsina in the historic Katsina Emirates Council. Dr. Radda has presented several academic papers in both local and international conferences and workshops. Dr. Radda was until his present appointment the Chief of Staff to the Katsina State Governor. He is a recipient of several awards and certificates from both local and international organizations, a widely traveled man, and is married with children.
Join me everyone in welcoming Dr. Dikko Radda, the Director General of Small Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria. Thank you very much. So, Digi, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Madam Funke, and the panelists on this discussion, participants, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor and privilege to be with you this morning, and I welcome all of you, and I say good morning to all of you. As it was rightly said, the topic of today's discussion is a webinar discussion on the economy, national economic outlook implication on MSME on the year 2022. And I would like to start by saying that this is a very good initiative, and we cherish you. We thank you for creating this awareness for the benefit and growth of Nigerian MSMEs. The role of MSMEs, that is macro, small, and medium enterprises subsector in the development of national economies, cannot be overemphasized. The year 2020 National Survey report on the subsector indicated that MSMEs contributed 46.31% to the nominal GDP, and unfortunately accounted for only 6.21% to the export, obviously low. Considering the total number of MSMEs in the country, put at over 39 million in the last survey report of December 2020, there is an ample opportunity for MSMEs to perform better in their contribution, not just to employment, but also to GDP growth and export. Aside the known challenges the MSMEs are confronted with before the advent of COVID-19 pandemic, Fate Foundation reported that 94.3% of MSMEs reported being negatively impacted by the pandemic, particularly in the area of cash flow. 72.1% on sale, 67.7% on revenue generation. This could particularly account for the drop in the number of MSMEs in Nigeria from over 41 million as of December 2017 to over 39 million in December 2020. The National Bureau of Statistics posted in their report that there was a sustained economic growth in the third quarter and the fourth quarter of the year ended 2021. The real GDP grew by the record of 5.01% in the second quarter 2020, which remains one of the best recorded by any nation across the sub-Saharan Africa. The growth of the economy by by about 4.03% in the latter quarters can easily be tied to several interventions by the federal government. Especially as it concerns federal government economic sustainability plan, which include MSME Survival Fund and the removal of several restrictions placed on as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The performance of the non-oil sector where the MSME are more active was not too significant as the economy slowed down in third and fourth quarter of 2021. The National Development Plan of the federal government, which is to span 2021 to 2025, is envisioned to enable Nigerians become a nation that will unlock its potential in all sectors of the economy for sustainable, holistic, inclusive, and national development. Toward achieving the above, the government has promised rapid multi-sectoral growth and development. Broadly, the National Development Plan has thematic goals that can be summarized into: number 1, accelerated growth; number 2, deepening the initiative of diverse growth; number 3, fostering sustainable development. The National Development Plan is therefore essentially focused on establishing a strong foundation for concentric, diversified economy, for robust MSME growth, and a more resilient business environment. Secondly, it is focused on investing in the critical physical and financial, digital and innovative infrastructure. The third area of focus is the need to build a solid framework and also enhance the capacity to strengthen the security, ensure good governance. Finally, the fourth area of focus is to enable vibrant, educated, and healthy population. In Mr. President's budget presentation to the National Assembly, he clearly shared his vision for the year 2022, which is some of us to include: A, completion of major roads and railway, which are critical infrastructure for MSME growth; effective implementation of power sector project, which is one of the major challenges of the MSMEs; the provision of potable water; construction of irrigation infrastructure dams across the country, which will ignite MSMEs development in agricultural sector; critical health projects such as strengthening of the National Emergency Medical Services, ambulance system, procurement of vaccines, polio eradication, and upgrading primary health care centers across the 6 geopolitical zones. With the above focus of the National Development Plan and the Budget 2020, it is therefore clear that appropriate enabling environment will be created for MSMEs. You need to understand that the political outlook of this year will also affect the economic outlook, in the sense that the year 2022 is going to witness massive political activities with obvious impact on the MSME. It therefore implies that some MSME will benefit from the injection of funds as a result of the increase in political engagements by the political actors. Also, the recently concluded public-private dialogue in the implementation of the reverse policy is a signal of the readiness of key stakeholders in the MSME top to play their part in the development of the subsector. Having understood some of the challenges faced by the MSMEs in Nigeria, I know that poor access to information that are beneficial to MSME have limited them in assessing some of the government support and interventions. According to the recent MSME survey report, main source of capital and for MSME was personal savings with 59%, followed by family source with 16.7%. This shows that most of MSMEs did not take advantage of several interventions provided by the government and several funds that are available for MSME through the financial institution, possibly due to lack of information or ability to meet some of the requirements. In SMEs effort, in SMEDAN effort to ensure that MSME are properly positioned to benefit from 2021 to 2022 National Development Plan of the federal government, as the nodal agency with the mandate to develop the MSME subsector, SMEDAN has some initiatives that can provide opportunities for MSMEs to grow their various enterprises. The agency organized MSME Opportunity Fair aimed at facilitating a backward and forward business linkages, develop a relationship network that often lead to business alliance and access to both local and international market opportunities. 2022 is not an exception. The One Local Government, One Product initiative is a variant of the Japanese One Village product, and it is a regional economic development model that has galvanized and mobilized local resources in all the 774 local governments that are now translated to value-added economic activities to enhance rural industrialization. We are about to conclude the first phase of the OLA program in the year 2021, in the year 2022, with about 198 local governments to cover to make it 774 local governments. The conditional grant scheme is aimed at providing access to market, finance, training, and extension services to entrepreneurs with the ultimate aim of migrating them from their largely informal nature to a formal nature by way of registering them with CSC, giving them entrepreneurship training, putting an insurance cover for 1 year, and also giving them a grant of 50,000 to develop their businesses. The agency government and textile cluster program is aimed at enhancing the capabilities of the appropriately and increase their market competitiveness across the globe. The National Business Skills Development Initiative is one of the flagship programs of the agency designed to develop the capacity of the selected artisans for effective service delivery and turning their skills into profitable business ventures. We are targeting young graduates, men and women. Young business owners, Y-Born initiative is specifically aimed at easing the harsh operating business environment faced by MSMEs, especially the youth, by providing support for workspace. MSME program, MMRP, is to provide a unique identity in form of SMEDAN registration number peculiar to each MSME and provide subsidized access to specialized advisory and business development support BDS services across the country through our 36 state offices. SMEDAN Matching Fund Program is designed to facilitate access to Agric business SMEs to critical resources such as finance for working capital and equipment. The Women in Self-Employment Program is a gender targeted program. It's aimed at providing a tailored platform to expose women farmers to practical hands-on training on the use of modern farming techniques and equipments and build the capacities of women farmers and inculcate the principles of value addition to the farm product. The Mindshift Entrepreneurship Program is aimed at inculcating the culture of entrepreneurship into students at their very young age, catching them young. It is also to provide access to functional and hands-on entrepreneurship, community service education to every primary, secondary, and tertiary schools students in Nigeria. SMEDAN Talent Hunt Program is nurture budding talent, convert them into entrepreneurs, and sublime them it to the best output. Agric Business Development and Empowerment Program is an initiative tailored to encourage the diversification of the economy away from the crude oil using agriculture, as well as encourage youth and women to embrace agriculture as a viable option. It provides hand-holding opportunities for beneficiaries through pre-training, actual training, sessions, support grants, and post-training support for beneficiaries. The IDC upgrade is to provide an enabling environment for MSMEs where they can have access to common processing facilities with the goal of being globally competitive. We are about 85% completion of the upgrade of the IDC in Idu, Abuja as a pilot project as a world-class furniture and woodwork cluster. Digital Skills for MSME is a program initiated to bridge the digital gap in MSME subsector, build capacities in online businesses and e-commerce, facilitate startup and existing MSME growth on digital market, and empower MSME with locally made laptops and internet facilities. The grant and growth support for MSMEs, business membership organization, BMOs, NGOs, trade association, is to help enhance the capacity and capabilities of the MSMEs to global competitiveness. It also has as one of the objectives the need to equip the BMOs and trade association toward efficiency, sustainability, good governance, democracy, and corporate governance. Also, in line with this, the agency has developed a program in the area of branding, packaging of goods or MSMEs because of the African Free Continental Trade Agreement competition that may arise as a result of that. The agency has also facilitated the review process of the new national policy on MSME with a view to lay a sustainable framework for the development of subsector. The importance of usable data cannot be overemphasized when it comes to planning, special interventions, and support for the subsector. The MSME survey is a statistical exercise undertaking to understand the characteristics and activities of MSMEs in Nigeria. Survey reports are important in tracking government policies and programs, as well as to aid and design new programs and intervention within the sector. This is why the agency is collaborating with the National Bureau of Statistics, has worked to publish the National Policy Survey on MSME since 2010. The recently published survey of 2020 revealed that the total MSMEs in Nigeria, as I mentioned earlier, is over 39 million. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that the 2020 budget is expected to further accelerate the recovery of Nigerian economy, which is highly dependent on the performance of MSME subsector. The issue that has constrained their growth, which include inflation, insecurity, policy somersault, has been fully addressed in the National Development Plan. And as I was listening to the news this morning, I learned that the barrel of crude oil was sold yesterday at $90 per barrel, which is also a good plus for the performance of the year 2022 budget as presented and approved by the National Assembly. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening, and I wish you a very fruitful discussion. Thank you, and God bless all of us.
Thank you very much, DG. We appreciate your support and passion, not just because you say it, supporting MSMEs in Nigeria, but you also have the passion and the drive to take, like you say, the MSMEs of our dream. You say that several times, and we are very glad that you've given the support to even be here. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate. And a lot of the highlights that DG has made, of course, we'll agree that MSMEs are the bedrock here, like in every economy, and that also holds for Nigeria. And if you look at even that the MSMEs efforts has been positioned, and we have to ensure that MSMEs are properly positioned to even benefit from the 2021 to 2025 National Development Plan, even of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And if we follow a lot of the initiatives that SMEDAN is doing as an agency, we will see that a lot of opportunities and a lot of thoughts has gone into positioning the MSMEs of our dreams, like DG usually say. So DG, thank you very much for all you do and all the agency does.